Hi, I'm Michael Brown, Product and Sales Training Manager for Hyundai Material Handling. Today we're going to be talking about the 160D-9. When we do a demo, we start at the mast, move to the operator's compartment, service compartment, and finish up with the tail of the truck. That's how we get the most out of our demo. We're going to provide you with walk-around pocket guides like this here. You can print it out, upload it to your tablet so you can utilize in front of your customer, or keep it on your phone so you have the information with you at all times. Let's get started. Okay, starting with the mast area. As you can see here, our mast channels, very large channels, durable, robust. Having large channels allows us to put large load rollers in the channels, again, adding to the durability of the mast. Notice our positioning of our chains as well as our hoses on the outside of the mast, maximizing visibility for the operator as well as still giving them plenty of visibility to the sides of the carriage. Our lube fittings are very easily accessed for maintenance, as well as our remote fitting there that's going to lube the top bearing. The front end of our trucks, again, very easy to maintain, lots of lube points on the front, as well as we offer several different options for you to be able to get into the lumber, steel, concrete, any of those types of industries that need a large truck. We've got the front end for you. On our hydraulic lines, we use flat face O-ring seals, flat here, flat there, O-ring in the middle, two pieces of flat metal screwed together, difficult to over tighten, minimizing the opportunity for leaks. Competitors use JIC flared fittings, metal on metal, tend to over tighten these, strip the threads, actually create the leak. Lighting, as you can see here, we've got work lights mounted to the fender, as well as higher lights mounted to the top of the mast, giving the operator great visibility. I want to move to our Kessler drive axle. Kessler is industry leader. It's got wet disc brakes, as well as our electronically controlled parking brake is mounted to the axle. That's important because if you have a drive shaft issue, the operator can still stop the truck as opposed to the parking brake being mounted to the transmission. Are there any questions on the mast area before I move to the operator's compartment? Moving to the operator's compartment, as you can see here, you've got a very nice cab. It's sealed, it's positive pressure, which means it's going to have higher cabin pressure than outside, which is going to be reduced noise for the operator, as well as keep the dust out. Getting in the truck, open the door. We've got lots of good steps here. Easy access, 3-point entry. Okay, once you get into the cab, first thing you're going to notice is our standard premium full suspension seat. Next we have a tilt as well as telescoping steer column. Fit any size operator, makes them very comfortable. Next we've got seat side hydraulic controls. Again, an ergonomic cab makes for a productive operator. We also offer as an option fingertip controls. Off to my right, all of my switches are very intuitive. I can control my lights, my wipers, also my standard heat and air. It's a set it and forget it system, keeping that operator comfortable at all times. My mirrors off on my fenders here, great visibility to the rear, as well as a panoramic mirror. This truck also comes with a standard rear camera, which I can view on my dash display. The dash display also has speed, inclination, both forward and back, as well as side to side. My steer tires has an indicator. I can view that on the dash display. And most importantly, a load weight indicator with a built-in alarm. I've got Bluetooth sound system right here. My front, rear, and top wipers are all standard, and it even comes with the sunscreen. This truck is also equipped with 5 years of telematics, Hyundai High Fleet. Any questions in the operator's compartment before I move to the service area? Okay, moving to the service area. Right under the step here, got a nice little toolbox area, store your change, tie downs. Gull wing hood here. The biggest thing is our tilting cab. Have a release valve here. In this compartment, release valve here. Turn the lever. Make sure no one's on the other side. And tilt the cab. Okay, once the cab's tilted over, you've got full access under the cab from cow to counterweight. Great for technicians. Get right up in there, work on anything you need to. We'll start with the hydraulics. We've got load sensing hydraulics on this truck, which means it's only going to be activated when you need it, saving fuel by reducing the load on the engine. Next, we've got a ZF transmission, 3-speed forward, 3-speed reverse. Then you've got your 6-cylinder, 6.7 liter turbo Cummins diesel. All of these components under the hood are industry leaders. This truck also comes standard with a hydraulic reversible programmable fan. Being a hydraulic fan also helps save in fuel. All right, moving to this side where the gull wing hood opens. I've got my daily checks, my engine oil dipstick there. This is my brake oil tank, lockable. My diesel fuel, also with the locking. And my DEF is inside this panel here, which also locks. Underneath this is my batteries, as well as my master switch where I can turn it off and take the key. And I've got more storage under the batteries, or if you go with the optional air compressor, we're going to mount that right here. In this panel right here, I've got all of my diagnostic ports. My technician can plug his laptop in here, as well as my fuse panel. And then behind the door here, got another panel. This is where my MCU and all of my other controllers are. And again, very easy access for your technician. Any questions in serviceability before I move to the tail of the truck? Okay, so the tail of the truck, we're going to start out with our standard rear view camera. Also, our protected inside the counterweight lights. These are LEDs, reverse, signals, brake lights. We also have 2 working lights off the back of the cab there. Notice our exhaust is off to the side, increasing visibility for the operator. You can see our standard reversible programmable fan here. Also, great tunnels through the counterweight, which allows better cooling for the engine, transmission, your brakes, as well as your intercooler. Moving over to the steer axle, as you can see here, very, very robust, large steer axle, utilizing tapered roller bearings, as well as easy access lube points. All right, moving to this side of the steer axle, again, as you can see, the robust design, easy access to your lube points. And then we have a remote grease fitting here that's going to get your pivot bushing for the steer axle. Again, easy access. Make sure the truck's going to get maintained properly. Any questions on the tail of the truck? That wraps up our demo for the 160D-9. A couple things I want to emphasize. Our mast, very robust, great visibility with our chains and hoses mounted on the outside. A couple different configurations on the carriage, allowing you to get into lumber, steel, and concrete. Industry-leading Kessler drive axle. Most ergonomic cab in the industry. Also electronically tilting. Reversible reverse camera. Load weight indicator. Under the cab, we've got load sense hydraulic system, ZF transmission, Cummins diesel, all industry leaders. A reversible hydraulic driven fan. Robust steer axle, telematics. We have high mate for 5 years, comes standard, all backed by the industry's best warranty, 3 years, 4,000 hours.